we're going to go right into a beautiful makeup tutorial concentrating on how to do a darker lip for women over 50. I know this is very intimidating. Please don't take yourself out of the game yet, ladies, because I'm going to teach you my tips and tricks as a makeup artist, what I've done to women in my chair that are over 50, and it looks beautiful. And we're going to do a big range. So I'm taking a color that's in my robe, like a nice, beautiful, like that inner side of a rose petal. It's called Inspired. You can pick whatever color works for you that maybe you have in your makeup kit that you're like, I don't wear that because I don't think it looks good, or I don't know how to really apply it. I'm gonna teach you how to do that in this makeup tutorial today. So I have a new skincare line. It's not new for me, it's new for you. I haven't shown it to you on my channel. I've been using it for about a year now, and I'm going to be using my Opté in my makeup routine. Now I introduce you to Opté. I have to open it up. It's going to make noise, so you will hear it. It likes to prepare itself for me, and then it says, ready, you'll hear it. So my Opté is going to help with my hyperpigmentation, and you know I've really been trying diligently to get rid of my hyperpigmentation. That means it's ready. The hyperpigmentation on the side of my face, you might not think I have any, but in my video I did in the fall with Opté, I show you with my smartphone basically all of the pigmentation I'm working with. It's like a beautiful design that I want to be erased. So I have just pigmentation spots that are all over, and then a freckle, and then it's just like a different pattern on each side here. This is mainly where I have it. And a little bit underneath my eyes. So I'm going to incorporate my Opté, which has the 5% niacinamide in it, which is going to help lighten my pigmentation over time. Now Opté, I just consider part of my skincare routine because it is basically titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, the niacinamide, and it goes on, and it's basically a computer. It's a little printer that will detect my dark spots and deposit the serum right on my dark spots. That's incredible because the rest of my skin can breathe. It uses 97% less product than a foundation. So you can take their quiz over on their website to find out if it's right for you. That's what's so great about it. It's not right for everybody. This is not a product that's just going to be a blanket for everyone. If you have pigmentation that's smaller than a pea size, you could fit into using Opté. Also, they have a money-back guarantee, which I think is amazing because they don't want you having a smart techie tool that is an investment and then having it sit there on your vanity and not being able to use it. This is something you want to be using every day. And also, what I've been doing, some days where I haven't worn makeup and I'm not going anywhere, I will use my Opté at night because that's how great it is for your skin. It doesn't transfer. I can use it at night. So I want that niacinamide working on my pigmentation. So actually, when I wake up in the morning, I look at my skin and I'm like, oh, I look so good. I feel so good about myself. It starts my day off really wonderful when I see my skin like that. Now, taking off Opté, you just cleanse your skin like normal. It just dissolves off of your skin. There is no tugging and pulling. It's a really, really a beautiful product to use if you're interested in lightening your pigmentation. You want to have that blurred look, but without having a ton of foundation on. You're maybe more simple. Maybe you don't like foundation. Maybe you just want to really target those spots like I do and have a beautiful look. So we're going to use that later on in the makeup tutorial. So we're going to go right into our skincare, but first let me show you what I first do in the morning is my beauty water drops, ionic minerals. So I have a glass of water always ready right on my vanity. When I wake up in the morning, I supercharge my water with my ionic minerals. And this is my Sakara. I've been using this since 2019. Sakara is a wonderful company created by two women. For basically your health. It's a plant-based organic diet, and they have a cookbook, and I subscribe to their meal planning. I do 3 days, and I'm on the 30-day reset now for the month of January. And in the boxes come sometimes the collaborations, like during certain times of the year, they have collaborations with different companies, and that's how I found out about the skincare line. So I've been using this for a year now. The samples came last year, and I showed you on my Instagram, but Furtuna Skin, beautiful, clean beauty, just a very interesting company from Sicily. They have an 800-acre estate where they pull all of their botanicals, and I'm going to be using the micellar water today, the eye and face serum, and I'm going to be using the Biphase moisturizing oil. So my skin's going to look absolutely beautiful. So glass bottles, really luxurious. So we're going to start off first with the micellar water. micellar water has cleansed and refreshed my skin. I'm going into the face and eye serum. I'm going to just use a little bit of this on my skin. Face and eye serum is soaking into the skin, and now I'm going to seal it in with a little of the Biphase moisturizing oil. I'm just going to warm it up in my hands, and I'm going to press it into my skin. Glowy, beautiful skin from Furtuna. And then I'm going to go into just applying my SPF. It's thin, it's La Roche Posay, it's a serum. I'm going to just put this on so I have full protection over my skin. So by the time I get to my opté, everything will be soaked in and beautiful. So we have everything on the skin just looking gorgeous. Our opté is going to look absolutely beautiful because our skin is glowing, and then we're going to spot treat all of the areas that I really want to have diffused, and it's all going to come together so beautifully. So first, let's start off with our eye and lip primer. You know this is my first step because look at my eyes, look at my eyelids. My eyeshadow is never going to look gorgeous, beautiful, crisp, the actual color in the palette if I'm going over like this darkness. So we are going to first from the base of the lashes all the way up to the brow bone. You can tell immediately how nice and neutralized my eyelid is going to be. Again, you do not use a lot of this product. This is not about piling on the product. It's about tap, tap, and then pressing it into the skin. So you have a really nice veil of this eye primer. Eye primer is on. We're gonna go into our eyeshadow palette called Strong Brew. I love this color, ladies, because I just always think about that saying or that quote about you never know how strong a woman is until you put her in hot water. I always ask you to tell me who said that in the comments below. So I'm going to take the middle color here. Beautiful. This is a completely matte palette. This is going to look beautiful on because we're going to be doing more of a powerful lip, and you want your eyes to be, you don't have to make a nude eye, but I really want the focal point on the lips. So I'm going to just be doing a really nice neutral palette on the eye. Base of the lashes here, we're gonna go and we're just gonna press it into the skin, this eyelid area here, looking beautiful. So this is simple. This is not a lot of eyeshadow. This is not a lot of work. You know, what's so funny is that I always say beautiful. It's my keyword. And I always think about Andy Cohen when he's on his show, The Clubhouse, when it's like, if you hear this word, if you're 21 and over, drink responsibly and do a shot of something. I always think to myself, oh my gosh, I say beautiful so much. We should have some kind of like contest where you have to do something like more productive though. Maybe you should say a positive word to yourself every time I say beautiful. Maybe that's what we should do. We're going to go into the darkest color now to contour, and I'm going to be using my tapered contour brush here. I have an essential makeup brush kit I made for you, 9 essential brushes. It's really about the brushes, ladies. If you're struggling or having problems with applying your makeup, take a look at your brushes. Are they too big? Are they not right? Are they dirty? Are they falling apart? Are they too old? Are you trying to use the little applicator, the little sponge applicator, and it's basically not applying properly? That's why you just need simple brushes. I made these brushes, they're 100% vegan, and they really do the work for you. And so take the stress out. Use brushes that are easy to use. We have the names of the brushes on the handle so you don't get confused. So we're going to go in and we're just giving a little contour here, just a little darkness. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, we can clean up. We're just going in a nice little triangle, giving dimension to the eye area. You've seen multiple times how I do this. It's like a little windshield wiper. If you feel like you have too much right now, like, oh my gosh, this doesn't look good, looks like too, don't worry. Take your shadow brush and just sweep across. It all starts to blend very nicely, ladies. So again, it's practice. It's about, okay, you know what? I need a little bit of that middle color again. Let me lighten this up a little. So I don't want you to feel that, you know, when you apply it, you're like, oh, it doesn't look good, or just keep working with it. Don't get too anxious and say, oh no, this isn't going to work. It's going to work. It's just that you have to really figure out your eye shape. What do you like? Maybe you have a different technique. Maybe you apply your makeup differently and it really works for you. Do that. But I'm just wanting you to be able to blend, not get overwhelmed, be able to say, I'm using 3 colors, no biggie. This is a very easy application. This is, you cannot make a mistake with this because they are 3 matte colors. You can use 1 color if you want to all over your eye and be out the door. You can use all 3, you can use 2, you can use this one as a liner and just wet your brush, put it into the dark chocolate and use it as a liner. Lots of options, ladies. Taking the lightest color here, a nice vanilla matte color, and I'm going to do the brow bone. So I'm just going to take my Almay pad and I'm going to clean up very quickly on the outside of my eyes. If I have any fallout, anything that's dropped down, now it's nice and clean. We're going to go right into our lash curler. Go to the base of your lashes, slowly close, and you're going to pump. You can pump for 10 little pumps and then hold at the last so you have a nice open eye with your lashes. Going in with our ultimate brow and eyeliner. This is a cream eyeliner. Brush is in the top here. It's just built in, and this is dark brown that I'm using. I liked when I'm using a very neutral eye to really beautifully line with this product. So we are going to just go right to the base of the lashes and sweep across. This is so creamy. It's very easy to use, but you have to make sure that you don't have too much on the brush. You can wipe off if you feel like you have too much. You can always go back in, but this is to really give you that defined, gorgeous eye. Do you see how it just makes your eye pop? And you're not using a very thick, you're not doing a very thick line. You're using very little product, but you get high intensity payout. So this is a really wonderful way to give your eyes more of that defining feature, tapering it down to the inner corner, and then just coming out in the lash line, ladies. You're like literally moving your lashes and then stopping at the end. Now, if your eyes come down a little bit, stop shorter because you don't want to drag down the eye. You want to stop a little bit shorter, but this is such a beautiful look. Taking what's left on the brush and I'm going to drag it underneath to give that balance to the eye. Take your Almay pad that you have from cleaning up your eyes, wipe off the brush. You have to wipe this brush off before you put it back into the top. And then you want to make sure that you are tightly making this product closed because you don't want it to dry out. So now we have the liner on. It's on my face also, which is why we don't put foundation on until the very end after we do our eyes. Now, I like to do a little smudging to give it a softer look. So sometimes I'm like, okay, you know what? It looks really beautiful, but I want to just smudge it up a little bit. My eraser brush, which is it's really a smudge brush, but I call it my little eraser brush. I just drag it across and give it that really diffused, beautiful look. Really just kind of comes all together. It looks very, very pretty. Looks very just simple, and it doesn't seem to be too much of like a liner. When I look at myself, I'm like, oh good, it's like soft, it's diffused. So that's kind of a little trick I do after I do my eyeliner, just to soften it up a little bit. Taking my mascara, I'm going to go to the base of my lashes and wiggle at the base and then pull up. So this is really important, ladies, because I've mentioned multiple times in my videos, when I used to have my makeup lessons in my studio, I would be doing a lesson and I would watch the ladies do this. And I was like, what are they applying their mascara? I was like, oh, no. We want maximum volume, ladies. We want to take, whether you have short lashes or long lashes, sparse lashes, thin lashes, any kind of lashes. I want you to go to the base of your lashes where you almost feel it on that wet line, and you are going to go to the base and wiggle up. You want to front load. You want most of the mascara at the base of your lashes, and then you pull through. You don't want big clumps at the top. You don't want to keep adding to the top because you're going to weigh down your lashes. It's not going to have a really nice base. So you're going to go to the base and pull up. So you're adding more of that liner look when you do this. So that's what's really important. I know it sounds really simple, like, oh, please, mascara, Nicole. Like, who doesn't know how to apply mascara? This is what I saw on my chair, ladies. I saw ladies just going like this and thinking that they were adding mascara. You go to the base of your lashes, wiggle and pull straight up. I want you to have the most beautiful lashes. And you know what? If you're not curling your lashes or you're not putting mascara on, you don't know the high impact of your lashes, of seeing your lashes. Because if I didn't curl my lashes, I'd be like, do I have lashes? And then if I didn't put mascara on them like this, I don't get that beautiful wispy, oh my gosh. Ladies, we need to move on to the next step. Okay, so we're going to be moving on from the mascara. Mascara is on. My mascara was like, okay, we've taken enough time on explaining mascara, but you know that I'm very passionate about certain parts of your makeup because they do make a big impact. So we're going to go in with our brow fix for our Cocoa. This is the color. It's called Cocoa. And we're going to just groom the brows. This is a great thing to do because if you have gray brows or you don't have brows, you can create more of a brow. You can groom your brows. They will stay up. They're filled in. I don't need to fill them in with a pencil. This is enough for me. You can use clear if you want to. You can use blonde depending on what your brow hair is. Cocoa seems to be not too dark and not too light for me, so that's why I use it. So now we're going to go on to our skin. So I'm going to first use my Opté and I'm going to target different areas of my skin, and then I'm going to put on my concealer. I'll put a little powder on, and then we will do our lips. So here is my Opté. It is loaded with the serum, and you can see there's a blue light here that basically is the scanner. It's going to detect where I have the dark spots. So the key with this is that you might be able to hear it clicking. That's when it's finding the dark spots, and you need to do it in a very concise, slow manner. You can't whip it around your face or else it's too fast for this scanner to pick up the pigmentation. So all these little clicks is depositing the serum on my beautiful hyperpigmentation spots. So I'm going to just keep using this on my skin, and then I can go back and do more of like a basket weave on my skin. I like to layer depending on, and then I'll take a look and see and be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I need a little bit more. The key is not to press down hard. Lighter the better. So it's just like a little feather on the skin. That's enough that you need. And I'm going to just keep rotating this around my face and getting the coverage that I want. And then we will move on. So I just finished my entire face using the Opté. It is going to really target those dark spots, diffuse my skin looking beautiful. And that's why we spend so much time on our skincare, ladies, because we want to be able to use less product. And my skin feels so good, so lightweight with the Furtuna. I really love that face and eye serum and then the oil over. I'm getting that dewy look, but it's soaking into the skin. It's dry by the time I go to put on my Opté. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to go right into our powder, a little eye brightener, and of course our lips. So I'm going to take my eye brightener and I'm going to just spot treat underneath my eye area and bringing it down where it will meet where I put the Opté. So this is a great thing to be able to do. Just touch up, give a nice brightness to your eyes. You can do your powder and your blush just like normal, so you don't have to feel like since you're using Opté you can't do other things with your makeup. You can absolutely do that. Just taking my foundation brush and working it into the skin. Again, you don't want to rub around where you put the Opté, so I'm not going anywhere that I put the Opté. I'm going to take my Nikita Banana and I'm going to brighten my skin with my pressed powder. Again, I'm going to do a nice light dusting. This will finish off my makeup for my face. And now we're going to move on right to the lips. Now, ladies, first and foremost, if you have feathering with your lips when you wear a darker lip, you're going to want to use an invisible lip liner. We sell one of these. They are great because it gives a border, an invisible border to your lips, so your lipstick won't feather. Your lip gloss won't feather. It helps to improve that staying power of the lipstick on your lips. So that is number one tip. If you're having problems with your lipstick migrating, I am going to be using a waterproof lip liner in Brick. And this is going to outline my lips. Now, when you're using a darker color, you do want to line your lips. You want to have that that definition. You want to have that barrier so your lipstick will stay on your lips. So I'm going to go right in with a waterproof so it's going to stay. Now with lining the lips, if you have thinner lips and you're using a darker color, you're going to want to give the illusion that you have fuller lips. And the way to do that is I've been teaching you how to take your Cupid's bow peaks and connect them. So this looks very natural. This doesn't look like you are overlining your lips. You're not trying to do anything that's trendy or look like you're 20. This is nothing about that. You are basically taking your own lip shape where your lips peak and you're just connecting them. So this is a wonderful way. I'll show you. See how I just connected them? I didn't peek down, up and down. I just went across. So I'm softly creating a fuller top lip because my bottom lip is bigger than my top lip. And so this little technique creates the fullness, a lift, just a tiny bit of a lift. It's an illusion. So it's not looking like you're doing something that's totally off the beaten path and you're looking ridiculous. It's a great, great tip. What I like to do is once I have my lips lined, I do take my finger and I smooth it out. It is a little bit easier when I'm wearing my vitamin E lip treatment because it gives it more moisture. I'm not going over dry lips. That's another thing, ladies. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate your lips. So you always want to have very hydrated lips. This is my vitamin E that I put on because it makes your darker lipstick go on beautifully. So we're going to take our Inspired and we're going to put this on our lips, and I'm going to show you different variations of what you can do to really make it work for you. So first, let's apply. So this beautiful color is on. Yes, it is bright. It is beautiful. It's not for everyone, but everyone can do it with the right techniques. So this is on, looks beautiful. We haven't done our cheeks yet, remember, so I'm going to add some color to my cheeks. But here are some definite tips that are going to help you with putting on a darker lips. We talked about the barrier first, the liner, which is the invisible lip liner. You can take a Q-tip and you can go around the lips and really make sure that your lipstick is very crisp. You can go back over with eye brightener. You can add or concealer. I like this because it has a little brush on it. You can go just underneath, outline the lips, go back with your concealer brush to work it in. And this is going to really just give you a beautiful highlight to your lips. So you're going to really be able to, you can see, I'm just making this nice and crisp. So there's nothing that is outside of the lip line. Now you can go in with a beautiful topper like this one from NARS. This is called A-Lister. It's gold. It's very, very beautiful. You can almost kind of neutralize out the lip a little bit, giving it a different feel, a different vibe, and it is very, very pretty. Now, what we can do is we can take down the lip color. I'm just going to use just a little baby wipe, blot off the color, so you have more of a stain now. So now what we're going to do is keep that color on, okay? We haven't moved anything. We just have a little bit of a stain. And then what we're going to do is take back that beautiful gold A-Lister color from NARS and do the lip gloss. It's very, very sheer. It has a little bit of this gold. And then you have like a stain with the gloss. You still have a little bit of that color. So you can go from full on, full bodied lipstick to blotting it off, going into a stain, adding a lip gloss and making it more of your own. You can use any lip gloss you want. You can use a clear lip gloss. You can use just a vitamin E. You can use anything that's going to really transform a brighter lip into something more subtle or something that you can really feel like you can wear, right? So now let's go into doing just a little bit of cheeks and finishing up this makeup look. Keeping it very subtle still, I'm going to take the Classic Beach. I'm just going to go into the middle color and use a little bit of the bronzer. So I'm going to just give that bronzing chisel to my skin. And then I'm gonna go right over with this beautiful peachy blush and just bring those cheeks to life, but not too much. I'm not adding a ton of color. I'm not adding pinks. I'm adding this beautiful peachy color. Has a little sheen of gold to it. Then we will take down the hair. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna mist it with our diptyque. This is another rose hair mist that I love. Smells absolutely very, very soft, very beautiful. You have a lip on that we've taken down for women over 50. If you want to wear a brighter color, this is how you do it. You can put it on, you can blot it off, like I had said, and put a lip gloss on. You're really working on your skin. You're working on the hyperpigmentation. You're using smart beauty tools in 2022, like Opday. You're using clean beauty skincare that's really about feeding the skin so that your skin looks beautiful, it looks hydrated. I love that oil on my skin because it goes in, my skin soaks it up, and it just gives me this really beautiful, radiant glow. So ladies, I hope you experiment in 2022 with having a lip that you love, a brighter lip. Let's get out of the pinks and nudes. I know I love them too, but I think we need to add color, add that happiness to our face and our mood, and just the fact that you look at it and you're like, oh, it's so beautiful. I know how to tame it down. I know how to wear this because I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to it. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.